So welcome, everyone. It's a great day to be in Helena. Lieutenant Governor, all the legislators that have joined us, our friends. Today we stand together on the steps of the People's House to mark another historic day for Montana. Today we're protecting the lives of the most vulnerable amongst us, unborn children. Please give yourselves a round of applause for this. You know me, and you know how dedicated I am to the cause of life. Like you, I firmly believe that all life is precious and needs to be protected. I've been proud to stand with you for life before I was in public service, and now as your governor, and I'm proud to stand with you today. As I said at the outset of the legislative session, our Declaration of Independence clearly states that we are endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But without life, there is no liberty or the pursuit of happiness. Last session, we passed common sense pro-life bills, and some have been tied up in the courts. But our commitment to do what's right for unborn babies, however, will never waver. And we have proven our commitment in defending life again this session. This wouldn't be possible without thousands of Montanans, folks all across our state, who make their voices heard and stand for the cause of life. Please join me in giving them a round of applause, all these Montanans who work so hard for life. Today, I'm proud to be celebrating 10 pro-life, pro-child, pro-family pieces of legislation, and I'll be able to sign 5 of them today. I wish I had all of them, but they're still on their way to my desk, and I'm excited to sign them once I get them. First up, House Bill 544, sponsored by Representative Jane Gillette. This bill will ensure that taxpayer dollars through Medicaid will not be used to fund elective abortions. Montana sent us to Helena to boldly defend life, not to send their tax dollars to abortion clinics. House Bill 544 delivers on this priority for Montanans. I appreciate the work that Representative Gillette has done on this critical piece of legislation. Representative, would you like to say a few words?
I was not prepared for that, Governor, but I just wanted to say thank you for your leadership on this issue, and I know many of us across our state and our nation are grateful for your leadership. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have House Bill 862, which prohibits the use of public funds for abortion. This entire session, we've been focused on being good stewards of taxpayer dollars. It started with our conservative, fiscally responsible budget for Montana families. The government should not use Montanans' hard-earned money to fund abortions. House Bill 862 ensures this doesn't happen, and it brings Montana in line with the federal Hyde Amendment. This is a long-standing federal policy, and it's another huge win for life. Representative Hopkins, thank you for your work on this. Would you like to say a few words? Is he here? Okay. Yeah, please. There you go.
Following the trend of not being prepared, I think I would just say, look, Montanans expect us to come up here and treat their tax dollars with respect, and Montanans expect us to stand up for life. And not only backed by all of my legislative colleagues from the House and the Senate, I will tell you, having leadership on the second floor that actually cares about those two things and exhibits that every single day and helps us to get these bills forward and put them into law, it's a night and day difference, and it means the world to us. So thank you, Governor. Thank you, Lieutenant Governor.
Thank you. We also have House Bill 303, which ensures medical practitioners can exercise their right of conscience. Abortion is gut-wrenching and heartbreaking. Often, medical providers find themselves in the middle of these tragic situations, compromising their sincerely held ethical, moral, and religious beliefs. For too long, the First Amendment rights of these medical providers have been ignored and left unprotected. House Bill 303 changes that. It establishes the right of medical conscience, protecting nurses and physicians who cannot conscientiously perform a specific procedure. As a nurse herself, Representative Amy Regier understands why this legislation is so important. Representative, would you like to say a few words?
The freedom to live and work consistent with one's conscience is critical. It is at the heart of what motivates many who enter the medical field, a profession full of individuals who dedicate their lives to healing. This law, known as the Med Act, is fundamental to our constitutional freedom by allowing healthcare providers to heal without violating their core convictions. And I'm grateful for a governor that's willing to sign this legislation.
Thank you. Representative Matt Regier also brought a bill this session to protect life. At just 12 weeks of gestation, an unborn human being can open and close their fingers, sense stimulation from the world outside the womb, and likely experience pain. Dismemberment abortion for non-therapeutic or elective reasons is a barbaric practice, dangerous for the mother and demeaning to the medical profession. And House Bill 721 makes it clear that it has no place in Montana. Speaker Regier, would you like to say a few words?
I think the governor really summed it up great there. So all I would like to say is that I appreciate a legislature that made this a priority, and I very much appreciate a governor that pushes this behind and puts his signature on it. So thank you, Governor Gianforte, and thank you, Republicans in the House and the Senate.
So, rounding out the Regier delegation is Senator Keith Regier, a longtime advocate for life. Senator Regier's Senate Bill 154 was one of the most important bills brought in this session. For years in Montana, abortion activists have used the cloak of a shaky legal interpretation to advance their pro-abortion agenda. That stops today. No more. We won't sit back and let these tragedies continue. Senate Bill 154 makes clear the right to privacy in the Montana Constitution does not create a right to an abortion or government funding of an abortion. Senator Regier, thank you for your leadership. Would you like to say a few words? There you are. Thank you.
Montana's Constitution gives us an individual right to privacy. Abortion is not an individual event. Senate Bill 154 affirms that, and I want to thank the Lieutenant Governor and the Governor for their stand for life. It's fantastic having them. Thank you, Governor.
Thank you, Keith. Next up, the Infant Safety and Care Act, sponsored by Representative Seekins Crow. We must protect the lives of the innocent. Little babies who are born alive following a botched abortion. Today we're giving a voice to the voiceless and help to the helpless. We're establishing in Montana law that a baby born alive following an attempted abortion is a patient, a human being who deserves life-saving care and the right to life. Representative Seekins Crow, thank you for bringing this common sense, compassionate measure forward. Would you like to make a few comments? Yeah, please.
First of all, I just want to say thank you to the governor and lieutenant governor for the battle cry that we are here to protect our constitutional rights, and the first one of those is the right to life and the right to protect life, that precious life that is born. And so it was my honor to carry this bill. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We also have Representative Sheldon Galloway here today, and I'm proud to celebrate 3 of her bills advancing our pro-life movement. Taken together, her bills will, first, prohibit abortions of unborn viable children. Secondly, require reporting of individuals harmed by abortion pills, to hold those distributing these drugs accountable, and shed light on the consequences of this practice. And thirdly, create appropriate oversight of abortion clinics by adding licensure requirements. Representative Sheldon Galloway, thank you for all this work. It's going to leave a lasting impact. Would you like to say a few words?
I'm a fighter for the unborn. I will always stand on that ground. And I want to say thank you to those of you who came and were proponents during our hearings. Without you, we wouldn't be here today. And I know you've been fighting for a long time. And many of us believe that life begins at conception, but our Constitution protects us at viability. That needed to be defined. And I'm grateful for a governor who stands with pro-life and legislators behind us that voted for that and got it across the finish line. Thank you.
As we stand firm for life, we must also ensure that all Montana kids, from unborn babies to teenagers, have the opportunity to reach their full God-given potential. Folks, this must be one of the next chapters of our pro-life, pro-child, pro-family agenda. It's not enough just to stand for life. We must also do all we can to help make Montana families stronger and to help them prosper. Because Montana's future depends on protecting life, ensuring the healthy development of children, and promoting strong, healthy families. That's why we proposed a $1,200 permanent per-child tax credit to support low-income working families, carried in the legislature by Representative Josh Kazmaier of Fort Benton. Parents work hard to raise the next generation, and our proposal would help them pay for what kids need: childcare, diapers, preschool, and clothing. Josh understood the importance of this, so did many Montanans throughout the state who voiced their support for this bill. While we'll not be signing that bill today, we will continue to unapologetically stand behind our conservative, pro-life, pro-child, pro-family agenda. And that's why I'm proud to be supporting Montana families with another one of our pro-life, pro-child, pro-family bills. With House Bill 225, we're making it easier for Montanans to open their happy, healthy, loving homes to children. We're providing families with an adoption tax credit of $5,000. And that credit increases to $7,500 if the child lives in and is adopted in Montana. Ultimately, every child deserves a loving home. Too often we lose unborn children because their parents don't feel ready to welcome their child into the world with the support they need and deserve. Adoption, not abortion, is often the answer. We will always support life because that's the outcome we all strive for. Thankfully, Montana has plenty of fantastic parents ready to open up their hearts to children in need of a forever home. And the adoption tax credit will make that a reality for more families and children. Representative Sprunger, thank you for your work and leadership in carrying the adoption tax credit and paving the way for the next chapter in our pro-life movement. Would you like to make a few comments?
I want to start by thanking the governor and lieutenant governor. This was their vision first, and I was proud to be a part of standing in strong support of our families who put their lives behind a pro-life effort. They are providing a hope and a future for these children, and I believe that our future is bright. Thank you.
Amen.
Speaking of supporting stronger families, we also have some outstanding pro-family advocates with us here today. Representing the Montana Family Foundation is Jeff Laszloffy, a strong partner in our pro-life movement. Jeff, thanks for being here and for your support. Would you like to say a few words?
So as we gather today to celebrate the most pro-life legislative session in the history of the state of Montana, it's important to remember that this was a team effort. Today would not have been possible without pro-life legislators willing to do the heavy lifting. It would not have been possible without a pro-life governor and lieutenant governor dedicated to protecting the lives of the preborn, and it would have not been possible without ordinary citizens and pro-life groups willing to testify, provide logistics, and engage in shuttle diplomacy. These groups included Pro-Life Helena, Students for Life, the Alliance Defending Freedom, Montana Family Foundation, and the Montana Catholic Conference, among others. And as exciting as this day is, it's important to remember that our work is not over. With regard to the pro-life issue, as this governor is fond of saying, we are now directionally correct. But that's just a start. We will not rest until the Armstrong decision is overturned, until every life is protected from the moment of conception, and until the scourge of abortion is lifted forever from the great state of Montana. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. And while they couldn't make it today, I also want to thank the Susan B. Anthony list for their support. They've been with us throughout. And I appreciate all of you coming out today in support of life. There is nothing more important. Of the 10 pro-life, pro-child, pro-family bills we're going to make law, we have 5 of them here today. And I look forward to signing the other 5 as soon as they get to me, hopefully soon. So without further ado, let's get these bills signed. This is a great day. And I just want to briefly close by saying thank you. Thank you for protecting life, for protecting our children, for promoting stronger families. Thank you for giving a voice to the voiceless. Thank you for uniting in our shared belief that every human life is precious and must be protected. And I leave you with this favor. Please continue to pray for our country. Pray for one another. Pray for our state. And God bless you all. Thank you for coming today.